Hi guys, Vlad here. Welcome to Hoops Junction. Today we're talking about Stephen Curry and his money ate a thing type of attitude. Recently, the media was asking Stephen Curry about his contract and how does it feel to be the fourth highest paid player on your team. And Stephen Curry, like Stephen Curry does, effortlessly said, I got the quote here. One thing my pops always told me is you never count another man's money. It's what you've got and how you take care of it. And if I'm complaining about $44 million over 4 years, then I've got other issues in my life. The media has been attempting to drive a wedge between Stephen Curry and the Golden State Warriors for a little while now since KD came along. They keep citing the fact that he's the fourth highest paid player. They keep citing the fact that KD just got his money and everybody else got their money, but he hasn't. And they've even come up with like a lot of articles like this is where Stephen Curry would go if things don't work out with Golden State. Stephen Curry has already pretty much basically said that there's no other place that he would rather play than in Golden State. And with the new CBA agreement, Golden State, which is the team that reserved the rights to keep him, they can match any offer he gets. They have opportunity to pay him more money. So even though Stephen Curry's making about $11 million, has been making $11 million a year from that 2012 contract, he can now make for 5 years $210 million contract for 5 years. So you break that down how you want to break that down. That's a whole lot of change in your pocket, brother. Create a story a narrative where Stephen Curry doesn't want to no longer be in Golden State because he's not getting paid enough. But as you see the comment said there, Stephen Curry has no problem because he knows his time is coming. His time is coming pretty soon. He's going to get paid. And with the whole CBA agreement, if you haven't been paying attention, the salary caps are set to rise. And the next year set to rise, and the year after that set to rise. So the sky's the limit with how much these players are getting paid. I just find it really comical that the media is trying to dictate or create a story about how much these players get paid, because NBA players get paid buku bucks. I mean, besides baseball, these guys get guaranteed contracts, and it's just buku bucks. Like the average player, this was before this new CBA, it was like $6 million or $5 million a year or whatever. So these guys aren't hurting for anything. And especially a guy like Stephen Curry, you got to figure he had the Under Armour deal, even though they lost money with the sneaker, but he still has a deal with incentives, stock options. He has the Brita. He has the bank commercial, Chase Bank commercial at one point. I mean, Stephen Curry is not hurting for money. And I like this comment because basically he's telling people stop pocket watching. Stop worrying about what I'm going to be making, because I'm going to make my money one way or another. He's looking at it from a state of gratitude, because a lot of people don't make the money that, the NBA players make. And for him to make $10, $11 million a year, I mean, that's crazy. That's crazy. So Curry's taking the high road on this one. He's not going to get baited into this. He's most likely going to get a $210 million deal for 5 years. And all this talk about him leaving Golden State, I think is going to be squashed. And it just doesn't make any sense for him to leave anyway, because they brought in KD to play with Curry, to play with Thompson. So they don't want to break up that nucleus. So even if they were to lose the NBA Finals, they wouldn't blow up the team. They would just make some more adjustments and keep that nucleus, because they want to win championships. So that's that. But Stephen Curry's mindset is like Jay-Z said with Jermaine Dupri, money ain't a thing. Hard Knock Life Volume 2. If you guys remember, money ain't a thing. And money ain't a thing for Curry, man. This is Vlad from Hoops Junction, where Hoops meets Hoopla. Peace.